ain't gonna do it on clothes.
We could do it
the
about,
easiest thing to do.
because even like transgender mental health stuff, because that's been coming up a lot in the news.
Yeah.
It has, for
That's
real.
something people talk about all the time now.
So, or addiction,
What did
alcoholism,
I say?
LGBT.
trans.
I can't never get them last.
I thought it was LGBTQIA.
I'd be like,
Yeah, they added some extra
Okay.
extra
Right.
letters. Like they
Right.
added some extra.
I'd be
They
like,
added like
LGBTQ.
AEIOU. They added extra letters.
Wait, okay, what is it?
There's
LGBTQ.
I said LBGTQ.
No. You're forgetting G. LG.
G.
I said that. I said LB.
No, LG.
Because that's lesbian.
It sounds the same, but like LG, LB. Still that.
Okay, what's the B?
Huh?
Bisexual.
LG.
Lesbian, gay, bisexual, what's the name?
Trans.
Transgender.
Q is queer.
So
Or
queer.
questioning.
What's that?
I think
Queer.
And
You
I think,
undecided?
or questioning. I think undecided is questioning. I think. And
Which
then-
is the queer.
I don't know what I is. I thought it was
So
a
if one of you wants to present on that, like you could inform a lot of us on up to date.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
If one of your kids wanted to be a girl, or he's a boy, how would you take that?
You think I'd let him cut his nuts off?
So I'm gonna do that. But
Because it's
how would you
illegal in
feel about
some.
it as a dad?
It's
So
illegal.
that'd be a touchy topic, but
It is illegal in 12 states, maybe. So it is starting to become law that you've got to be of age, like consensual, to like snip your, I guess, either part if there's.
We can pick any day next week to present. Okay.
no, I'm not saying that part. I'm saying like if your son wanted to be.
How would you feel about it?
Right. One challenge I put up to that, which is interesting, is that say we look at it from our spiritual connection growing up, like spirituality, and I can sin sexually. Can't I also sin heterosexually? Like
Wait, so
be
you
a
talking
hoe.
about like
I could be
if
like
you-
a hoe.
like if-
I'm promiscuous and like. I would probably encourage him like singular partner, like.
So you saying within your so basically you saying if I was a Christian type thing, is that you want to do?
That's how I'm thinking you're maybe asking it, where it's
No.
like.
I'm
Okay.
saying as your son grow up and he wants to like another boy.
I don't think you want to answer the
You
question.
know it. Oh, you don't want to answer
I don't
that?
think you want to answer the
Oh,
question.
you gotta answer it. I'm just saying, how would you go about it?
You still want to ask.
Because it
That's
does.
what I was
it,
saying.
it
No,
does
that's what I
seem
was
like
saying.
it's
But
a-
I wasn't actually like if you don't talk to me, you got to answer. But
'Cause-
that's what I'm asking.
Because here was what I was growing up with. Here's something right here. This is what I grew up with. I know I was born in the 70s, but
Yeah, you was born in the 70s.
yeah, I know. People were like, "You were born in the 1900s." So here's
Out here, we already had
so
nothing.
Good
lots.
morning, girl. I'm going to talk to you this morning about the way you look. Now, I've heard it said that we women attach too much importance to our appearance. But that isn't true. After all, the way we look exerts so much influence on the way we feel and on the way other
This could
people
be a
feel
topic to
about us
present on.
that it really is very important.
Sexuality.
Looks,
I'm not talking
anorexia,
about good appearance
bulimia.
or good grooming or taking your bed.
Weight, stuff like that.
You probably think immediately of clothes or hairstyle or makeup.
Makeup, hairstyle.
Well, I realize that those things are especially interesting to you, and they are important, and I am going to talk about them. But please remember that they are just really the trimming. Just like the icing on the cake. If the icing is very good, well, that's fine. But if the cake itself isn't good, you soon lose interest in the icing. So let's start with the cake and come back to the trimmings later. Basically, of course, good health and intelligent physical care are the foundations of all beauty.
So she's saying
We all
workout.
want a lovely skin, shining eyes, a beautiful smile, and loads of pep.
So do you guys think women have talked about this for millennia, like men and women, or mostly women? How to look good, how to be like, how to get a partner, how to.
I think it's both. I think both talk about it equally. because it's two different types of perspectives. I think women got their own perspective on like how to look, and because I think it's like two different types of expectations for how like beauty standards for like women and then beauty standards for like men. So I think both of them talk about it equally a lot because they're both like different.
Because we have more like stuff on the news about it ever before, like even billboards and stuff. Like, they have over here like altercation or the is it $6,000 to like enhancements? That's what it is, enhancements, not alterations. But if you want to get enhancements, now they even have men can buy pectoral enhancements. Did you guys know that? You get, like, so you look like you got a six pack and like. So why aren't we okay with what we're going with? What do you think?
I'm okay with what I'm doing.
That's good.
Only thing I was wrong with,
I mean,
I got surgery on me, but yeah, that was one thing. Anything else, I'm cool.
Right.
I don't know, like I'm not talking about me, but like why do we gotta be looked at as like they not being okay? Like I don't know, I just don't like the term like not being okay with like what you're born with. Like
Right.
if they just uncomfortable with how they born,
Right.
then like I feel like they should be okay. It's just like okay to be uncomfortable with like how they born. They should be able to like change that if they want to.
Yes. Yeah. Because you see more billboards than ever before for enhancements. Have you seen those? Do they have them
So
up there?
like,
Is that
you
just-
can say braces is an enhancement.
I had braces. Yep.
You think so?
Yep.
Yes, because
I
people
had-
got jacked up teeth, want to get replaced.
And then when I
I
took,
feel like that's different, so that's not changing your gender.
Not pretending. I mean, he was just saying, are you just saying enhancements in general? Because a lot of enhancements go on. People get a bigger butt.
right. Or like, or you can
bigger
also,
leg,
isn't there a squat to do to get a bigger butt too?
a squat.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
For real.
exercise
Like, I
is-
think there's
Yeah,
one
people
that's
pay
like-
for the enhancement. So they don't
Right.
have to do all that.
So you don't have to do the work behind it. Okay. Right.
I feel like veneers is like an enhancement for that type of whole
Teeth?
set of teeth, yeah.
That's just like braces too, so.
I had
so
3
you can say that's
sets.
enhancement too. But some people would rather not go through the whole thing of the process of braces, they'd rather just get new teeth.
Right. Because yeah, if they are, well, they put a wire on. I got the last one when they took it out. It all went crooked again. So they're all. It happens. I'm old. It's-
Well, with those veneers, you have to, like shave down, ain't no going back after you put that cap on, you take that cap off.
Is that what the veneers are? Oh, so they shave it down just.
And they look
They don't have to
nice.
all the time, but they can put it over it,
Okay. Okay.
depending on what size your teeth is.
I prefer to have like a Mike Tyson juice, like.
They be looking nice, but some people be looking
depends
Right.
on-
big, like y'all
Super
got
white.
horse teeth.
Unnatural
Right.
white, like it be not that white.
So yeah, you make a good point though. Like
Look, like-
enhancements come in all shapes, varieties, sizes. We do with clothes. We do it with even like cars in a way, or like things that we buy. So. Okay.
This generation enhancement is the body.
The body. Right.
The face. I
Yeah.
see black
Face
face
and
and
body.
her enhancements out.
Yeah, and she got baptized and stuff.
Who was it?
Like China.
I don't know that.
You got how my folks took out.
You know Kim Kardashian?
Yeah.
Brother
They got
Rob.
that one song, Rob.
Oh,
He
yeah.
married
Okay.
this black girl. and
You
she
don't
got
even
a whole
see
bunch
it.
of stuff.
Okay. Right.
But yeah,
I be
Because-
saying that.
BBLs is you know what a BBL is?
Brazilian bullet.
Brazilian butt?
Oh my bad.
Big,
It's something
big Brazilian butt.
You know my big.
Big Brazilian butt. It's
Brazilian
like
butt.
sometimes it be like transfer fat, you know, and the other time
You get lipo.
like
Because they have like the magazine where she sets like a cup on her butt and she's like doing that.
Oh, that
Who was that? Was that Kim Kardashian?
Yeah.
Okay. Was that for real or that's like Photoshop?
Oh, that's
Is it?
That's
Okay.
her body. But,
Okay.
but you see how her body is built? She was never like that.
So it
She
was
was-
enhancements.
She was skinny.
So it was all enhancements, you're saying?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And that's what I'm saying. It is
I mean, but
something.
you got money, you do it like yourself.
I know.
I don't understand how she got it because she was so skinny. I'm talking about like our size.
Right. She was
Yeah, she
a
was.
smaller, because we're finishing up with this chapter 5 and getting into adolescence where we dig into some of this stuff, like getting into parenting. I know we've already gone over like your first few words are at 2. Yeah.
You mean already go to adolescence, or like, what was the first thing that was like birth? or something?
It was like pre-seminal fluid essentially, and then
Okay.
like conception, and then
Oh,
baby, and then toddler, and then this one.
so was adolescence like teen?
It is, and that covers a big one. Right now we're in early childhood.
So you
Okay.
can give us a few topics to like do.
Yes. Did you not like the? I always start with the ones that start with A's, like alcoholism, anorexia, addiction, ADHD, bipolar disorder. Yeah.
I tried to look up the thing on the syllabus. I couldn't find the project. So like,
About the presentation.
yeah,
That's all I'm saying. We can do.
yeah. After can we like see where it's at?
Sure. It should be right before your final paper. So let's see if I got it on this one. I also enhanced it too so that it made it so you guys don't have a bunch of quizzes in this class. But some people
Yeah.
prefer the quizzes
I know.
and tests. I don't.
No, I'm cool.
Right.
My study skills are just like below the varsity.
Is this class called 3011?
Yeah, it is.
Maybe.
301101.
All right.
Okay, so
So the course text is the one that we're going through on PowerPoint. Then you've got these are the first two major assignments, EcoMap and Culturegram, which you guys have done. There's only 4 in this class, which is nice. We're kind of getting into the early adolescence, psychological dimension, social dimension, Ashford chapter 7. So on those, here's your oral research report. So this is the first one. Sign up, make an oral report related to behavioral science research study reported on scholarly journals.
That's the project that we got right now?
Yes.
the way it made it seem like you made it sound like it was on behavior disorder. It was like looking for article about students and stuff like that.
You can
I
include,
was kind of confused when we heard that to do.
this could include people that you see nowadays. Like it could be anxiety, it could be depression, like students that you have.
We gotta have 2 scholarly articles.
That's the idea. I give you a bunch you can pick from at the bottom of this. You guys know about Google Scholar too, don't you?
Yes and no. I heard about
This
So-
one, I can access this through D12?
Yeah, I put
It's
this
the
one up.
syllabus.
Yeah.
We might have to do this or you.
Well, this is the oral report that I've been talking about, a report on a major mental health disorder. If you want your scholar, go to scholar.google.com. And what's a topic one of you is going to pick? Food deserts.
Can I do personality disorder?
Yes.
Oh,
Mental
good
health.
one.
What's that?
Pick a good one.
Well, there's a lot. There's like borderline personality disorder.
Oh,
What's
different type
cool
of personality
is
disorder?
in grad school, they're going to want you to do only the past 4 or 5 years. So you'll click since 2019. And then if you see over here, it says full view, you can like download the whole article, print it out, highlight it. So prevalence of food desert, insecurity, and living in the food desert among individuals with serious mental illness in public mental health clinics. That was just published. That's like this year.
So you want us to add that on our class?
Yeah, you usually just like include stuff about what it says into there and put it at the
So-
end.
That's where we get all our information from. Like we really have to do scholar.
Ideally, you want a scholarly article. For me, that one is the easiest because you literally go to scholar.google.com and type in personality disorders,
But
depression, mental health.
I'm saying we can only get references from there. We can't get references from nowhere.
You get them anywhere you want. If you
But
go
we
to,
just gotta use that too.
Just have 2 scholarly articles.
so you can get them wherever you want. The reason I also like this, say you put this at the end of your presentation, boom, you want it APA style, boom, there it is. Done.
Hold on.
Copy paste, right?
Do that.
See, you don't want to miss
You gotta
this
put
shit.
it in APA?
This is the shit you nap and you're done. So, well, it's everything in social work is always APA.
Oh my
Always,
God.
always, always.
I'm
always.
changing
Yeah.
letters.
Did you have a question?
No, she said, what did you go to when you clicked it?
Site,
Site.
APA, and it's always, because the only other options are like literature, Chicago. These two might use Chicago, but I don't.
Why don't they put it in?
I don't even know what Chicago is. Harvard, I know what Harvard is, but I don't care. And then Vancouver, somewhere in Canada. So
So everything
Americans,
is an APA format social work. That is so trash.
psychological.
Pretty
Well,
much.
which one would you
Yeah.
use?
MLA.
APA easy though.
Because that's what you guys learned in high school.
MLA is easy, like.
Yeah.
But it doesn't look that much different.
MLA is.
Like, I
It's-
can't
no,
tell.
No. APA, it's a whole bunch of BS. I ain't gonna lie.
But all you
think
do
so? I mean,
Yes.
when you like would quote
It's
this
you like
dude,
that whole full
all you
thing.
would
I
write
think
is Compton and Q 2023. If you take a quote out, that's all you do. That's it. That's it.
I'm good.
You're talking
When I
about the
was first
stupid
learning
title
how to do it,
page
I'm like, bro,
Yeah.
and then the
it's all
references.
Writing an APA paper is stupid. That's
Well,
stupid.
as you're
I'm about to
learning
say,
it.
oh,
Yeah.
And that's
Well,
all you
yeah.
get.
Because they want you to have like, it's like subsections with APA. And I
Right.
think that's stupid.
I understand that part. You don't have to like have all those subsections.
Yeah, like that's doing too much. MLA is
Just
so easy.
go in, because all of my publications are APA. So say I go into Google Scholar, you go into mine, you look up your own shit, profile, and then like, here's all the papers I can look up.
Those bill papers?
Mhm. And you have to use APA to get published. So like, they just paid the most money. That's what it is. It's like,
So you got paid for?
these I don't. I'm saying APA paid the most to like get their APA style out there. Before it was only MLA, but then maybe they went bankrupt and now APA took over.
Wow.
It's all money.
They can keep that.
It's all money. That's all it is. But I had to write all of these. If I did not submit it APA style, they literally threw it in the trash.
Oh no.
And sometimes you could submit not a great paper, but if it's perfect APA style, they take it, they publish it. It's crazy. But yeah,
So
you-
y'all gotta publish everything that we do.
the idea is to publish and like, again, build on each other's research. So we learn and know new things and keep enhancing and challenging one another and like
So where
find out.
where y'all be sending our stuff to?
So you guys want to publish undergrad? That would be amazing.
If
I didn't publish
actually
until
know,
literally
like,
I had my doctorate. I did
Oh.
not, but there are many undergraduate students that publish. They just publish with a professor. So like if you guys wanted to do research with me and Nikita, you can. Like we'd certainly welcome you and then you put your name on it and you got it published and there's full text. So here's my APA right here. Oh wait, that's something else. Never mind. That's related articles. So here's our,
Did you know it?
this is actually about your school. So we published that a month ago, copyright 2023. So did you see how to cite them though? You go in, you hit cite,
Mhm.
you hit copy, and then just use articles. You can use older ones if it's like a big.
So we gotta do like an annotated video.
Just have a couple of articles that you're citing. What was your topic on?
I don't know.
What do you want? What interests you about social work in general? That's what I always say. What's you're passionate about?
Like
Ask them something.
the addiction.
Okay.
The
Addiction recovery?
What's the
No, like how people be having like drug addiction.
Right.
How they just get hooked on.
So you could use that
Like
article.
how they getting help.
Right, yeah, and then what social workers do, how we do the assessment, how we do the intervention. She got a Zoom call or a voicemail.
I
Yes.
got a question. So what do people call when they come back from the army or like people that's like they need-
PTSD.
What about people that medical social workers work with? Like, who are those people? That can be anybody or that could be like
Working at the
the
VA,
poverty people in poverty who like need help. Who can like, you know.
like a homeless advocate.
Yeah, that's what they say
Yeah.
like medical social work, they actually people get them
Yeah.
like, health care.
You could be a homeless advocate
So
or work for the National
what would I put
Coalition.
on my project though? Like
Um, like our 100-page grant at White House was ending homelessness in 2020. So like they even have a new word for homeless and I forget what it's called. I'm serious. It's like less offensive.
what's the offense about being homeless? You are homeless. Like
Yes.
no.
Because they're saying it's like, oh, so here you go. This is an article on healthcare for homeless people. So I just searched homeless in scholar.google.com and then individual level predictors for becoming homeless. Sometimes it is because you fought in a war, you saw a third world country. You're like, why do I have to like live in this extravagance and have a house with a toilet and a TV? I camp out in the woods, be okay. So some people do think that, and that's why they choose to be homeless. So there's a lot of research on that.
Oh, people choose to be homeless nowadays?
Yes, absolutely.
I didn't know that.
There's a lot of documentaries on that. So, and you could show a documentary as part of your presentation.
And that's crazy because I just did a presentation on homelessness.
What's that?
I just did a presentation on homelessness.
I thought it was the same thing.
So you learned it there.
Like,
I did it at my social work.
I think
Okay. So is this the report you were looking for in the syllabus?
So that's basically what we're doing with our side.
homeless,
Yes,
I think that
right.
homeless like nice. Hobo was like.
Is this what you were asking about? I forget who asked that. Is this what you were asking about? Like, where is it in the?
Yeah, so
syllabus?
it's, okay,
So it's that.
before the quizzes, okay. Hey.
Right, yes.
I saw that, but like when I was reading it, it didn't sound like what you were saying. Like you put it in the easier way.
Well, I try to filtrate the important stuff that you guys need to know. How do I get through and learn some stuff about social work and then become a good social worker and use this in the field? That's the idea. I know that our syllabus has to have big words and like, I have dyslexia. To stay accredited, huh?
You said you got it.
I got dyslexia. I have a hard time reading.
Did your eyes hurt sometimes? It's strange.
Yes,
Is that flipping word thing? Is that real?
yes.
Oh.
Like say you put, reading a paragraph and the word fight is in there and I put an L in and then it says flight instead of fight.
Does it ever flip back though?
I think so. I have to read
Like
a
you
couple
have
of
to be
times.
like, okay, let's
Or
focus.
I listen to it. I often have like the robot read me the paper on the computer. So that's how you can get through it. And then, so here's your quizzes. I will send you guys answers and explanations of
So you
any.
do got to.
And that's the exam?
I'm gonna give you the questions, answers, and explanations that you would take on the licensure exam. So you have all the information.
What is this exam? It's like the final exam?
Well, you take your licensure exam when you get, it's the last semester of your bachelor's of social work. And you can get licensed. You take it January of, what year do you graduate?
25.
So January of 25, you can test to take your license and have it before you graduate, to have a job the day after you graduate.
Oh, so I'll have to keep that email that you sent me.
Right, I would save everything you guys can that you get from
Okay.
these classes to study from. That's the idea. And we'll give it to you again as seniors, but we try to build you up to it. So
Okay. Appreciate it.
that's
So
the
like, how
idea.
this gonna look? I gotta study that, or like I'm gonna take it online and then. Go.
I'm just going to give you the questions and answers and explanations.
Well, like, how does the test go? Like, I take it at state board or something like that. Like,
Do.
oh,
Unless if
like,
you're from Chicago, guess what happens there?
you take it online.
They just give you a damn license now in Chicago.
Cool beans.
Right?
Cool being there.
Right?
You went to Chicago?
Well, I'll be
Yes.
going. I'll be from.
I know, isn't that crazy? It is.
I ain't become a resident.
And I think it's case management with your BSW, then when you do the 1-year master's, you can become a clinical social worker.
That's wow.
That's crazy.
Because that test, I had to study
So if
my
I
ass
just moved
off.
to Chicago for that.
Yeah,
Good.
so that's what you just told me to move to Chicago. Like, that's
You could.
Just thinking, you know.
You
Get the
could.
little-
That's what I heard. That's what I
You
heard.
could, unless if you like tests. Some people like
Stay there
tests.
so long.
I got a
I know my
71.
brain too hurt.
All you need is a 70. I got a 71.
I don't know, it
I
depends.
get a hand into
It depends on the test.
Unless if that mayor changes soon.
I mean, I can take it.
I'm married.
It's manageable. It just costs like,
Oh, you gotta pay for every time?
Alright.
What's up?
that's just licensure. To renew my license every year, every 2 years, it's 100.
We gotta renew every 2 years?
Every 2 years.
That's quick.
But that's how you build Medicaid, that's how you
But 2 years is quick though.
Often your agency will pay for it. I do think it's also
They could at least give
But
us
you can only
4.
take it every 2 years?
Yeah.
renew it every 2 years. I have to renew in September this year.
So renew it, we gotta take it again? Or
You don't have to take the test.
Yeah, you
every
gotta
year.
just read your license.
Like if it
Make sure it don't,
expired.
make sure it don't expire.
Right, yeah. And so, like I said, with quizzes, unless if you guys really, really want the book chapter quizzes,
Absolutely not.
I just usually give them to you guys and you promise to read them and test them and take them yourself.
Yeah.
That's what you have to do anyway to get a license. You gotta be self-motivated, you gotta know this shit, you you gotta study it. So like, that's what I had to do, and I barely passed. I'm not the best student either,
I'm
so.
gonna take the
Hi.
time.
I pulled it out.
We're learning about ethnographic study of one's family origin. What the hell does that mean? What does that mean? She's laughing. What does that mean?
Come on.
She's on the phone. That's why she's laughing. No, that's our final paper. So we have a presentation and then we have a final paper. So
Oh, interesting.
the presentation is what they're doing here. Oral research report. Oral research report. And I was saying, we either take the quizzes in here or I send them the quiz and then we do the final.
Ooh, have fun.
Have you guys met Sarah?
No.
Sarah sounds familiar. What's her name?
Perdomo.
Okay, yeah, no, I know who you are.
See?
Yeah.
Okay.
See?
What do you teach?
Oh, I know. I'm just admin over here.
She be sending like emails out.
She
A
does.
lot of emails.
She does.
Like, that's how I see her
She
name.
do.
I see it.
Yep.
Like,
And her
oh,
husband.
Well, he's Dr. Perdomo. So no, you just see Perdomo.
Okay.
Perdomo.
Perdomo. So it's one of us.
Our next publication will be Perdomo, Trout. You want to publish with your husband?
Yeah.
Absolutely
Yeah.
If you,
Sarah graduated from here in 2019.
2019.
See, I flipped the number too. That's dyslexic. 2016,
okay.
2019.
2019. I was a business degree.
She's a graduate.
Business? Wow. How did you get here?
I'm like, well, I did a business degree because my father owns a company, and I completely run that company outside of my job here. So it's a plumbing company, and Dr. Joe Hardy was chair over here, asked me to be the admin, because I love being an admin, and I took the job, so hopefully I go back to school for social work. That's really what I want to do.
Yeah.
I've been a foster parent, I've done all the great stuff,
Aw.
yeah,
Mhm.
so it's a good career, you can do a lot of things,
It is pretty good.
like a lot. You can do school stuff.
That's what I wanted to be like, the school counselor.
Mhm.
So be prepared, there's a lot of trauma, and a lot of kids who
Yeah,
have
and
a lot of
I only reason why I want to get into it is because I was close with my high school counselor.
issues. Oh, they help.
So yeah.
So just prepare yourself and, listen and take everything in that you guys hear, because
Want to do high school.
Yes.
high school.
Yes.
There was little
Children
kids.
are crazy.
Yes, sometimes, yes. I work with behavioral students before this also. You can get pencils thrown at you, scissors, chairs.
That's why I ain't going around.
A chair.
Grammar school. That's
I
true.
don't know chair because I would go.
Oh, yeah.
You go
Uh-huh.
to
It
the
does
bed.
scissors, but a chair is kind of like, ooh,
I'm really good at
it
it.
looks so fast.
You get used to it, because after the end of the day, there's something triggering that child, and that's the only reason. So things happen, and actually, those are the children that I love being around, because you get an issue, and they finally warm up to you, and they're like, really caring, they really are kind, they just need love.
Mhm.
So learn from Dr. Trout, and we'll check in with you guys later.
Yes. See ya.
So look, I got a question though, with that being said. Since I want to do school specifically, is there like, I'm taking all of our classes right now.
You are, because the BSW you're getting as a Bachelor of Social Work is a generalist degree.
Mhm.
We teach you how to do everything.
Mhm.
Master's is where you would specialize with school social work, education social work, all of those areas.
Do they have like a general, like social work method, or you got?
They do, but usually do, because it's clinical, you'll at least get knowledge on how to diagnose people.
So you gotta be in
mental
a
health.
little longer for that.
It's only 1 year for a master's, because this is
It's
a
here?
we don't have a master's here yet.
So where's the
So
one
we
year?
will have to do it somewhere else.
There's
Is it only
800 in
Ohio?
the United States.
Okay,
There's
thank God.
50 in the Midwest, so. Where do you all want to go?
I think I want.
I heard UC was the
Chicago.
best program to go to, University of Cincinnati for social work.
UC is good, I would argue where I went is the
Wait, so we
best.
can't get our
Now it's
masters here?
online.
No.
We don't have a
hell no.
master's.
So
We're gonna try to get one, but it's a lot more of these big
So if
words.
y'all got, say y'all got it next semester.
It usually takes like a few years.
You know what, so I'm wasting my time
No. No, you
So
always
you're
have to.
wasting my time because I'm not gonna be able to go into school.
You know what, just, I'm
No,
gonna
you
be able to
just
finish
get
school.
your
No,
bachelor's
you
here.
will.
You
You
get
finish
your
your
bachelor's
bachelor's,
here,
yeah.
and then you can decide if you want to go back to school to get your master's.
Yeah, you don't even need a master's.
A lot of people do that.
But you get paid more
for
for your
in the school.
I mean,
You do.
yeah, you
Or-
do get paid more.
But with your bachelor's.
You always need a bachelor's first.
Yeah, bachelor is just like the standard to like, get a
You get
job.
past like
It's like
more.
that.
You know we just
So with
got.
your bachelor's, you're not able to work within like the high school.
You could, you
can.
still can. You just
You
get.
just get
You
paid.
just
different
you're not
trainings.
getting paid as much.
It's possible you won't
I
get
don't
paid.
care, but he
That
with
is
that
so
math.
I only need
much.
enough to survive for myself.
That's why I'd say go to the UK program I went to.
But
It's
if you want,
fully
if you want to have like
online.
a family.
You said a what program?
University
If I
of
ain't
Kentucky.
getting ready to have my family yet, then I'll need to be doing it.
What, online you said?
No, I'm saying like for the masters, like I just need enough for myself to
Then we get the
Right.
I
kids.
said you should get your
So
master's.
then
I'd
when
say
you
go
get kids, you
straight
gonna go
through,
back and
do
get
it
your
all.
master's?
Yeah.
Do
You
everything.
better finish it all.
What'd you say? What? What's that? What?
I heard that like if you don't like go straight to get that 1 year program, it's not available.
Well, you
You
only
try to
have
take a
5
break.
years
Oh, okay.
after your bachelor's.
But I
Okay,
feel like
so
if I take a
anywhere,
break, I'm
so
not
once we get our bachelor's, we can go
motivated
anywhere
to
to
go
get our
right
master's.
back.
Anywhere.
Yes, you can go to any college.
Because we're accredited, there's a lot of unaccredited social work
I'm gonna be
schools.
old in college. What do you guys make?
Well, I finished when I was 39 with a doctorate, so I'm old. I'm 45 now.
So you went all the way up.
And working full time through it. Didn't make babies till I was 42 though, that's the trick.
Yeah,
That was-
absolutely not.
That was the trick.
She said, I can't.
Strap it on.
It
so you
look
got
good.
the-
So that's when you wanted to have babies?
I wanna wait
You know
though,
what I'm
cause like
Not that
I
late.
can't wait. That's
I
cool.
wanna wait, but I ain't trying to
I
wait
like
too long.
kids, like I like
Yeah.
kids, so I can't.
You want to have them like tomorrow.
No,
No.
not
But it
I'm
takes-
thinking like 26, 20.
You know,
like, I
if
can't
I don't
takes-
have
like,
kids by at least 34, I'm
I
not
wanna
having
do
that.
like
That's
I wanna
good.
travel. I wanna do everything.
I feel
I lived in-
I feel like in your 20s, you still in your prime.
To make babies, you
No,
mean?
not in your prime. I say I would like 26, 25.
I feel you.
Most people do have babies like that. I'd say. I have friends who finished with 5 kids and did their doctorate.
I feel like one won't hurt.
I would not do that. I would fail out. I would drop
It depends
out.
on who you is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's
You
no
person,
way.
like some people get a kid and actually just piss them off. Like that's sometimes what people be needing a kid.
You get your shit
Yes,
together.
we are going hard.
That's not
I
me.
think I would wait till I get my master's, after I get my
Yes.
master's to have my kids.
That's
But
my
I wanna
recommendation.
end up getting like my doctorate and PhD.
I
Yeah.
want y'all my shit together first.
Well, think of this.
I can't.
1 year.
I ain't making no good money, and
You go 1 year for your master's.
You be killing.
At UK, it's 2 years for your DSW, you get your
So how do
doctorate.
you look up which programs is 1 year?
They're called Advanced Standing Master of Social Work Program.
That's a lot, hold on.
In University of Kentucky.
She said that's a lot.
Then the doctorate's 2 years after that.
Is it called MSW program?
It is. I think UK is the best.
I'm just looking at trouble. You don't really care.
I talked to
You
Miss
need
Beyonce and she said you see.
Yeah.
I'm trying to stay here. I keep trying to get them to
oh, you see,
pay me enough to support a family of 5.
Crazy. They do crazy stuff.
Look, stay to support us.
We're here for you guys all the way through. So you only have 2 assignments in the next 5 weeks. How amazing is that? Oral research report, right? I want to email you these, unless if you really want, huh?
We got a quiz.
I'll email you all of them.
Okay.
And then your final paper is that 6-pager here. And it uses the things you already made. So you're going to look at your,
6
pages. That's like doing 5 though.
oh, look. Well, but you know what the trick is on the 6 pages, don't you?
Wait, that's
AKA,
okay,
right?
right?
Well, it is. So you're right. So you
First
do
of all,
need
you
That
gotta.
That don't count?
Don't you got your
Oh,
title
sis-
page?
oh.
You got that abstract page, and then you got that page where you really start writing, and you got another page where you really start writing, and then it's like,
Another page.
So if
and
you
then
go,
it's like, so you really write.
So wait, the title page
That's why I'm looking like
and the
the
reference
reference
page don't count?
Yeah.
So you really got 3 pages plus the
Some
other
teachers
2.
be like,
They never do in grad school.
I don't know, cause Diamond did that, but she counted it.
I'm trying to prep you guys for grad school, but here's one thing I'm okay with that most teachers are not. If you type your paper and it's a little bit short, highlight your paper.
You told us this already.
I know. That is easier for me to read. See how much more it makes it 2 pages turns into 3 pages.
Oh, I like that.
On Courier New.
What did he do?
He
Why
changed
was
the
you
font.
the best professor? Change the font to what?
Courier New, it makes a 2-page
I ain't gonna
paper.
lie, I talk on my paper stuff, and I still get a great grade. Y'all better see this. 2.5. Or
Just do it in Courier New.
Cause
No,
who
it's-
y'all think finna write in that little old thing and type? No, y'all not even doing all that. Like,
And I,
And
so,
then I really swear, y'all do not be sitting there reading everybody.
y'all be like, okay, it looks too parched.
I do.
So you
some
telling me
people-
you read all your students'
They
pages?
said, I am.
I've learned how to super read them, so yeah.
Like, I said,
What's
oh,
super
no.
read them skimming?
I read
Alright,
them fast.
How many students you got?
That's a lot
Well,
of
just you
things.
guys.
I feel like if the paper really sounds good and it's structured together in a good way, semi.
Well, as you can
almost.
see,
That's what I'm saying.
citations.
I'm not reading
So
all
in-
my students' papers.
So in all honesty, learning how to write well in social work is like key. And I always say that because like I was
Using
just saying,
words they don't expect you to use.
well, like how do you get paid? So, and this is what's funny about it too. If you go Miami University, John Trout, and then writing, I actually make fun of myself in this article. So they interviewed us and I said, in social work, hey, yeah, there's us. We all got our certificates. But I said, the better you write, the more effectively you ultimately serve your client. Because like when you write about anything you see with your client, if you transferred them to a new social worker when you're done with them and your writing is shit, they don't understand what you did with them, they don't know your intervention, they don't know like what the assessment and diagnosis is, you're not communicating well to that next social worker. So if you do learn how to write, you learn about all the major mental health disorders, you learn how to talk about these things. And we had this social work class I taught in Miami. I talk about, well, you guys mentioned travel. I lived in El Salvador, Nicaragua. I did homeless advocacy. I worked in Cincinnati. And I was diagnosed with dyslexia in graduate school. Because I didn't even know until graduate school.
Wow,
I
you
had
went your whole life and was like, what's going on?
Like I did good, and I always everything everybody
I ain't gonna
told
lie,
me.
I thought I learned about dyslexia from Disney Channel.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. I was like,
No, like no funny stuff. Like that's really
Right.
the only reason I know what it is. Like you see mixed letters. The way you read stuff is different from how we do it.
Right. Yeah. So
It's not a bad thing, but
Is it a spectrum to dyslexia or no?
it's like a-
I could see
a
there
really,
being a
really
spectrum.
bad,
Yeah,
or
like some
You
people
know
have
you
it
have
horrible.
but it's
Mhm.
like, cause like, how do you go through your life and it's just like you never thought like
It's
I
normal.
everybody not
always-
seeing it the way I'm seeing it.
It's
I
normal.
always had to retake writing courses. So to get in St. Xavier High School, which was like a college prep, I had to go to a summer school to get into high school. When I went to Xavier University, they made me do like a writing school before I got into college, and I swear.
Do you think if you would have told them that you had dyslexia, they probably would like give you like a helper and you wouldn't have to do the extra classes?
Nowadays they do. We just didn't have that stuff back then.
Right. That then it was hard to
How
do.
many
If you was
colors
done,
did you
he
go?
was like for instance, was your eye back and I'm like you had dyslexia.
I never had the surgery, but it's like binocular dysfunction. One of them just is basically lazy, and when it strays, it's hard to read. So that's
Cause I ain't
why.
gonna like, yeah, I ain't even scared to say no more. But I used to be cross-eyed. I had surgery.
Did it fix
But
it? I'm going to the eye.
it's like I still
shit,
saw
I go to the eye doctor
everything
Thursday.
normally. Like everybody was like, "Do you see this differently?" No, I just see everything the same way.
You saw
But-
it how you saw it.
Yeah, but like now, I would say I get a lot of double vision. Like I really do.
And that's after a surgery?
Yeah,
Okay.
and that was after the fact. Like I was wearing my glasses, but then I stopped after a while. I have my glasses.
Do it hurt?
I have to go to the
See
eye
double
doctor.
vision, see double vision?
No, it don't hurt, but it just be like I be trying to get my ass to focus.
Yes.
Oh,
You're like kind of blinking a lot.
Oh,
You try to
That's
reset.
kind of crazy. It's like a camera. Like,
Yeah,
you gotta
it's
Yep.
like
focus the lens.
I gotta like really like be like.
So that's why I have
strain my
the
ass a
computer.
lot.
I have them read to me, and then I do voice to text to write my papers, and I
Mhm.
edit, and I have an editor. So
Wow.
but it is so like essentially you gotta learn writing, and
Very
it's so
frustrating. when you
case.
gotta write a lot.
Right. Yeah.
I'll be
You
like,
use
that's I think
voice
that's
to
another
text.
thing that takes me a while. I'll be like,
It's
ooh,
tough.
Ooh, that's why I write everything out.
So you
first
never do
before
voice
typing.
to text?
I used to write it, and now I just type it out and pray.
Really? Because I'll go in, I go in, I open up my email. Oh, this one's dead. My burner phone's dead. You open up your email, I type it in, it makes me put on my, what the heck, he's calling from Nicaragua. And then I email the paper to myself, and then in Word, I edit it. And that's how I write all my 6-page. So yeah, this one was 4 to 6. I know it sounds scary, but again, you guys are going to get used to graduate school papers. So those are your last 2 assignments. We got 5 weeks to get it all done. So present Thursday and then next week and start working on the paper now, but it includes like, so here's your final paper. Write a case report about your family of origin. So as you've already done your eco map and culturegram and students cite relevant literature. So again, go to Google Scholars, cite if you had alcoholism or addiction, or if you just had, you know, a normal family, or if you write about something else you experienced growing up, the effect these issues had on you and your family members. Issues could be sexuality, drugs, peer pressure, body image, family dynamics. How did issues of diversity affect you? How theories can be used to explain your behavior. And often I have people write what's called the ecological theory, because that's the most often used in social work. It's looking at things from a holistic perspective, like where you were born, what neighborhood you grew up in, the family you lived, and high school you went to, how it formed you as a person. You can write, and then last 2 pages, you could do psychodynamic theory, psychosocial theory, social learning theory, cognitive or biological theory, and you just search those. But here is an example. For example, you might want to discuss how social learning theory may explain your involvement with certain friends.
So basically, just give it like,
It is, and it's infusing. Right, it's infusing the stuff we learned here, like your family history, the genes you were born with, the way you grew up, the schools you went to, and how it formed you, and then use one theory.
It's the paper?
That's the big final paper.
Okay.
So presentation, you can do it Thursday, or you can present it next week or a week after, and then just pick a day, and then final paper, we're done. And then you do the second half of this book, because right now we're like finishing this chapter. Oh yeah, parenting is, this is another good topic to present. Parenting in low socioeconomic families. That also shows some mental health things that can come up. Like if you grew up, I went to a school where we weren't necessarily like rich or poor growing up, but the school I went to, everybody had like a nice car in high school, and like everybody had like nice shit, and like it was just different.
It was the middle class.
Right? Yeah, it was mostly rich. Like we were the middle class, so but we might have even been upper middle class. But when I went to that school, everybody was rich, and it was so weird. It was just like a different. It was like living in this old TV show called 90210. It was Beverly Hills 90210.
Hold on, which one? The newer version or the
Oh, I didn't know there's a. See, I'm thinking 1990.
I watched the whole thing, 90210, not looking.
And they're rich as hell, aren't they?
Yes, they was.
And so that's like
They
the
moved
high school
from,
I went to.
They moved from Tennessee to Beverly Hills. It's his mom. Right?
Is that the new one?
Yeah.
Okay, that must be the new one. Because the old one, they're just rich people living in Orange County.
It's the same
But that's-
thing. They just live in
Right.
California.
Okay.
I ain't watched the old one.
The Beverly Hillbillies.
Yeah. They
So, and then we'll get into parenting styles on Thursday, but whoever, I know some of you wanted to present this or next week. And that's
ain't doing
fine.
nothing to say.
Come on in,
Yeah.
pop it in, we're ready to go.
I ain't doing nothing to say.
Right? So any questions?
Wait,
Those are,
when we present, we gotta bring our computers.
if you bring a thumb drive or email it to me, I can pull it up somehow. Or yeah, if you put it in D2L, I think I just pull it up right here on D2L. So
Email it to you.
turn it in. So we'll figure it out. But yes, we're setting you guys up for graduate school. Graduate school is scary. I had to do
Really?
3
Say that.
years.
Wait, why do you say that?
It's scary to apply, and then I found out it was easier than undergraduate.
Oh.
It was only 3 years. For you guys, it's only 1 year.
So do you think it's gonna be harder? Do you think it's gonna be crammed in there? Be honest.
Well, you're
Probably.
busy if you do the advanced standing program,
It
but
probably
people
is.
do it all the
Like,
time. People do it all the
Is it
time.
busy, like, you can work and do it? or
People
you
work
can,
full
like,
time
do it?
and do it all the time. I don't know how the hell they do it. I would not be one of those. I am not that organized. There are organized people. Maybe you guys are some of them, not me. When I did school, I was lucky to get the doctorate done, as I did work full time, but I did really part time 8 years for my doctorate, from
How long did it take you to get your doctorate?
from 2008 until 2016.
Wait, is that because you took gaps, or like that's really hard?
I only took 2 classes every semester.
Oh.
So if you would have taken more, you probably would have been done.
At UK, it's a 2-year doctorate. You do a 1-year MSW, a 2-year SW, and you're done. So in 7 years, you have all of it. University of Kentucky.
But you
University
have to
of
slow
Kentucky.
it down because it's not undergrad. You can focus on it.
Well, I found I had dyslexia. I had to work to pay for stuff, even though I took out student loans. Just life happens. Life happens. So you got to stay on point. Like always go upward trajectory everywhere you go. Like just look up higher and further. You'll do okay. Any questions? I know we're 9 minutes early, but oh, the battery's done on the second computer already too. So, wow. 2 more big assignments. That's it, and then you get HBSE Part 2 with probably Beyonce, right? Is that who teaches you?
Who teaches what?
Or is it Deasia?
We are mature.
HBSE 2.
It's Beyonce.
Is it? I guess either one is qualified to teach it. So
No.
once you get your MSW, you can teach.
Her, don't get deja.
Wow.
Oh,
Don't say it. We're live on YouTube television.